Mr. Men, Little Miss, Marvellous Little Misses. Little Miss Princess was a very busy princess. Her diary was filled with very important meetings. Lunches with the Prime Minister, soirees with ambassadors, and dinners with kings and queens. And when she wasn't in important meetings, she was doing important things, like visiting people in hospital, and writing letters to heads of state, and giving speeches at charity events, and even launching ships. So Little Miss Princess did not have much time to herself, time to spend with friends, time to have fun. After one particularly busy day, Little Miss Princess received a phone call. It was Little Miss Sunshine. "I haven't seen you in ages," said Little Miss Sunshine. "It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. You must come round for lunch." Little Miss Princess sighed a heavy sigh. "I'm sorry I can't. I have a very busy day." Now, as it turned out, Little Miss Princess was quite right. She did have a very busy day indeed, but not being busy doing what she thought she would be doing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Early the next morning, as Little Miss Princess was walking along a long red carpet, down a long green corridor, she suddenly tripped over something. And before she had time to recover, she found herself being rolled up in the carpet. And then she found herself being lifted onto someone's shoulders. And then she found herself being bundled along the corridor. But who was bundling off Little Miss Princess? It was Little Miss Sunshine and Little Miss Naughty, who had been enlisted by Little Miss Sunshine as the sort of person who might very well know how to break into a fortified palace to break out a busy princess. Little Miss Sunshine had decided that it was time for a surprise day off. The first thing Little Miss Princess knew about her day off was when Little Miss Sunshine revealed her plan. "Today," she announced, "there will be no royal duties." "We've organized a whole day of fun," cried Little Miss Naughty. "Well, I guess I won't be needing this," said Little Miss Princess, hanging her crown on a coat hook as they left Little Miss Sunshine's house. They set straight out for coffee at the cafe with Little Miss Chatterbox. Little Miss Princess had to agree that it was lovely being out with her friends, catching up and relaxing. It was nice to leave behind her royal responsibilities for one day. Little Miss Princess then chose a new hat for the day, although she wasn't keen on Little Miss Splendid's suggestion. After the shops, they went for a bike ride with Little Miss Somersault, an off-road bike ride through the woods. They stopped at a waterfall for a swim with Little Miss Fun, and then they found Little Miss Magic, who conjured up a marvelously lavish picnic spread out of her tiny little basket. After lunch, they went to the fun fair, where they bumped about on the bumper cars with Little Miss Whoops. And they rode the roller coaster with Little Miss Scary. And they all ate ice creams on the beach with the marvelous Little Miss Inventor, who had invented the any flavor you want ice cream maker. What a lot of marvelous little misses. Little Miss Princess had enjoyed a marvelous day out, but time flies when you're having fun, and before she knew it, it was time to go home. "Thank you all so much," cried Little Miss Princess. "I feel like a new person." "We have one final surprise for the day," said Little Miss Sunshine. They all walked up a high hill as the sun started to set, and at the very top they found Little Miss Brave. Little Miss Brave with 2 parachutes, and they glided down to Little Miss Princess's castle, where Little Miss Brave waved goodbye as Little Miss Princess landed on the top tower. But there was one thing that everyone had forgotten. Have you noticed? They had left Little Miss Princess's crown behind, hanging on the coat hook, in the hall, in Little Miss Sunshine's house. How was Little Miss Princess going to explain her missing crown? But there was no need to worry. When she reached her bedroom, there was her crown, lying on her bed. Little Miss Princess could not believe it, until she read the note with it, from Little Miss Magic. What a lot of marvelous little misses they all were.